let's talk about the run game. I mean, I think they ended up with 334 yards rushing.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts with seeing with today's results with the run game?
I just love the change of pace that both running backs bring to the game, man. And I don't think that's fake. I think that will translate week to week. It just would depend on, we be able to get 300 rush yards or 150. You know what I'm saying? Like how many of those explosive plays will you be able to get against the better opponents, right? But I love it. I thought the offensive line did a really good job, creating a host of running backs to run through. Anytime as a defense, you have to adjust and game plan for different types of running backs in the backfield. It's difficult because on certain, you may have to adjust your personnel, right? If you see Blake Corum back there, you may need to have some faster guys on the field, a little bit more shifty. You see a guy like Haskins, who's more of a patient power runner, you may need to be a little bit more bulkier. Can you change guys out quickly like that, right? It creates a lot of issues. And then also, you have a running game like that. In theory, it should open up the passing game. So I was very impressed. Very impressed.
Yeah, it was incredible to watch. Like I said, we to kind of start it off, when we first hopped on, but I knew Blake Corum had some explosiveness. I didn't know he had all of what he does, though. I was shocked at how just quick and explosive he. Yes, in a good way.
Yeah.
In a good way. He was dude was shifty. He was, for not being a very big guy, he still ran physical.
Yeah.
Ran behind his pads, like just did a great job, caught the ball out of the backfield. Like he is a really good he's a good complement to Haskins, who is going to be that really physical downhill, between the tackles type runner.
Mm-hmm.
And, to have both types of running backs, like that definitely is going to change your dynamic as an offense, to be able to have that type of, we have both guys, like we have that physical guy that's going to hurt you between the tackles. And then we have the guy that can hit a home run from anywhere. Like that's an incredible weapon to have for an offense. So that was incredible. And two, Donovan Edwards, right? I want to make sure I'm not mispronouncing the young man's name, but yeah. So Donovan Edwards, he looked good. He looked really good. He looked shifty. He looks big, fast. You know what I mean? I liked his vision. Like I liked everything I saw from Donovan Edwards. I know he only had a couple carries, but what were your thoughts on Edwards, on him?
For a true freshman, I mean that it's a great sign. To get on campus and it was refreshing to see a kid who got the typical Michigan recruiting hype. And when you've seen, especially at the running back position, right? And when you see him, you're like, okay, I see why. When Derek Green first got on campus, I remember his first run. I'm like, this guy's a 5-star. And so it's refreshing to see. Okay, no, this kid does look like he's legit. I can see why Nick Saban, flew up to visit him, right? And that's a good sign, And we already talked about how we have a really good tandem with Corum and Haskins. Now you have a third talented freshman. Because during the course of the season, as you saw with Ronnie Bell in the very first game, first half, guys will go down. Guys will get banged up. And so the deeper you are, the better. Ohio State, typically, does 1 to 3 running backs deep. I think they played 3 running backs against Minnesota. I think it was Williams,
Trayvon
Henderson, and
Master T. Yep.
Yeah. So, hey, that's what the really good teams, the teams that we're trying to beat, to compete against, they are 3 running backs deep. So it was good to see that we're trending towards that direction.
Yeah. And I think in just today's college football game, I mean, it's so rare to see one guy have 25 carries in a game. Like it's just, I think there's enough data to show, number one, you'd like to keep a guy fresh.
Yeah.
right? Like, so to split up, the 35 carries between three different guys, like you're going to keep them fresh. You're going to have guys that are just, eager to make a play because it's like, man, I'm only going to get 10 of these. I got to make them count. And it just, it gives the defense something else to worry about. Just another look, another, just something else that they have to
Fresh
scout
leg.
you on.
Just fresh
Yeah.
legs. I mean, in
Mhm.
the course of a drive, I mean, you're able to substitute and bring fresh legs on the field while the defense doesn't have that luxury. At least not
Right.
every. You can't substitute a whole defense, but you can
Right.
substitute. You know what I'm saying? And so that
Hmm.
has a benefit. You're gashing the team or you're wearing them down slowly on a drive, and you're able to bring in three legit threats. That's tough to deal with. That's really tough to deal with.
There's only so many Derrick Henrys in the world that can handle, just 40 carries
Ezekiel
in a
Elliott,
game. Like that's
guys like that that can just, or Wisconsin seems to always have them, but Jonathan Taylor's guys who could just, guys different conferences, or guys you just hand the ball to and they can just take it. But no,
yeah.